It's another thrilling season in the First Division, and now you can enjoy the action all over again. The great goals, the spectacular saves, the triumphs, the disappointments. It's all captured on video. There's your team's season in pictures. Goals galore and saves galore. The best and worst of the season. Plus, race for the championship, how the title was won. Football League videos, official and exclusive. And remember, last season's collection is still available.
World Sports Action presents the official Football League video. The race for the championship. It was the cheekiest title win of all time. Arsenal snatching the trophy from right under Liverpool's noses at Anfield. As the First Division begins again for 1989-90, Arsenal know it's going to be a tough act to follow. Just how tough, they're about to find out. In this race for the championship, top teams and star names are out to get them.
With Duxbury. Hughes, that's a great turn! Mark Hughes!
It's going to be Barnes. Curled brilliantly! What a fabulous free kick goal! To Walsh. Now the Lineker! And cleared off the line by David O'Leary.
Cowans. Mandroid against Bold in the centre. Platt. Oh, he's done it brilliantly! Wonderful goal! David Platt!
Arsenal under attack. On the opening Saturday, they're upstaged even before a ball's been kicked. At Manchester United, Michael Knighton, the man who wants to buy the club for 10 million, chooses his own special way to announce a new era at Old Trafford. Perhaps what follows is down to beginner's luck.
Driven in low, and Steve Bruce! The new regime at Manchester United off to a flying start. Inside the second minute. And a goal. David Rocastle. Arsenal give another twist to this captivating plot. Manchester United looking to come again here with Duxbury. Hughes, that's a great turn! Mark Hughes! Webb. Neil Webb with a classic volley to embroider his first league game for Manchester United. And with just over 10 minutes remaining, this really should shore up the 3 points on a very big day for the club. So sweetly struck. Hughes. Phelan. Arsenal could lose here by an increasing number. They are now 4-1 down. Brian McClure.
With the midweek draw at Crystal Palace, United are the season's first leaders. But despite multi-million-pound signings, it's all going to be downhill from here, at least as far as the Championship is concerned. Chelsea, newly promoted, take over next.
Nicholas.
Dorigo. Good run. Now is he fouled by Harper? Yes. Penalty to Chelsea. Alan Harper, the Wednesday right back, is furious, but Alan Seville has no doubts. And it'll be Graham Roberts and 1-0. Dixon. He's through. Got support from Kevin Wilson. There is Wilson. Oh, and Harper's turned it into his own goal. What a tragedy for the fullback. And here's Kevin Wilson in. Saved by the feet of Turner and dumped away by Pearson. And they could have had 3 or 4 in the last 5 minutes. That's Dixon's header, and that is 3-0. 3 goals in 5 minutes. McAllister, down to Nicholas. That's a lovely ball. McAllister, and their scoring for the afternoon isn't over.
So, Chelsea at number 1. But now the spotlight falls on Coventry City. Coming up, a moment of history for them.
Another Hinchcliffe corner. And White has made up for his earlier miss. It's an identical goal to the one he got against Tottenham on Saturday. Emerson letting it run. But long by Peake. Guided down well by Regis. Ginn in a lot of space. And Mickey Ginn has used that space to great effect. He's put Coventry City level. Well, it has been a swashbuckling second half. Regis. Speedy is there. And are we going to get a winner now? We are! It's David Smith! In the final minute.
That late winner leaves the Sky Blues standing proud, top of the league. It's taken them 106 years to get there, and precisely 44 seconds to fall off.
Good, bright start by Millwall. Prepared to take the game to Coventry. Bit untidy in the middle at the moment. Cascarino jumping. Oh, it'll come for Sheringham, who scores. Millwall in front inside the first minute. David Speedy anxious on the left-hand side of the wall. Here's Sheringham, deflected, 2-0. And here come Millwall again. Cascarino on this right side, confronted by Brian Kilcline. Kilcline quick enough. Well, Cascarino still got the cross in. Antrobus, 3-0. David Speedy, the replacement goalkeeper. Here's Mickey Ginn for Coventry. 3-0 Millwall lead. And Coventry with the replacement keeper, David Speedy, between the sticks. David Smith, now can he make something of this? Stevens faces him. He's gone all the way, Smith. Good goal. There's Briley. Dawes arriving on his outside. When he's got some space here. Is this 4-1? Yes, it is.
So Millwall, last season's surprises, are at it again, although this time it's a false hope. Millwall will win only 2 more games all season. They'll have 3 different managers and they'll slide back into the second division. Liverpool looks steady in 5th place, everyone waiting for them to hit the accelerator. And when they do, it's Crystal Palace who take full force at Anfield.
Barnes. Pemberton showing him the inside route, and it was blocked by Hopkins, rather fortunately for Crystal Palace. Nicol places it into the corner, and there was an air of inevitability about the opening goal. McMahon, though, is away here. Rush inside him. McMahon chips Suckling brilliantly. Whelan. And Crystal Palace getting terrific support from their travelling band, even though they're 2-0 down. Barnes. Oh, and here's Beardsley, surely a third here. Rush helps himself to it. Right on half-time. It's Beardsley's corner. And from Barnes' flick, the scorer is Gary Gillespie. And even with 4 goals banked, there's no slacking from the home team. Rush prepared to go and try and win possession. He's back in the groove now with a goal in 2 consecutive games after a slow start, and linking up with Beardsley. Peter Beardsley deserves to be amongst the scorers. Well, often when there's a gulf between the two sides, the match loses shape. The team that's winning can overindulge or simply become complacent. That hasn't been the case with Liverpool, and Crystal Palace, for their part, haven't accepted the inevitability of their lot here. But they're in danger of losing a 6th goal because the challenge on Whelan has led to a penalty. And Liverpool, who are more concerned usually about success than sentiment, are sending Aldridge on. Beardsley has almost volunteered to go off. Now, will they let him take the penalty? Barnes has taken on that job, and Barnes says, on you go. So, Aldridge, what an entrance it will be if he puts this away. He has done, and it's the biggest cheer of the night. And that's a magnificent moment. It reflects great credit on Liverpool Football Club, on the teammates of the goal scorer. Oh, and Hussein on Pardew. A penalty for Crystal Palace. Yes, rightly given. And even now, Liverpool have the nerve to protest about it. Burrows had a word with the referee. So Thomas, 6-0 down. Oh, and it stays 6-0. It was too much for Crystal Palace's captain. Barnes sizes up the possibilities, and it goes over the wall, and it's a perfect free kick on a perfect night for Liverpool. Well, it's Barnes in charge of another free kick. He doesn't go the direct route this time. Liverpool, though, are in possession of another corner. Here's Hussein, and it's 8 now. There's such an air of celebration at Anfield tonight. The one thing that they can celebrate is going to the top of the table. And maybe a 9th, yes! Nicol, who started it all way back in the 7th minute.
What a night, what a send-off for John Aldridge. His shirt goes into the crowd, his boots too. A fine gesture from the one-time fan who became a star. And now he's off to get goals for the Spaniards, Real Sociedad. Liverpool 9, Crystal Palace 0. For the record, that's Liverpool's biggest First Division win. It's their best league win since 1896. The first time 8 players from the same team have scored in a league match. It also puts them top of the table for the first time. By Saturday, though, the goal machine has stalled. While the Reds draw 0-0 with Norwich, there's a Merseyside takeover.
At Selhurst Park, Charlton, who have made their best ever start to a First Division campaign, against Everton, who are chasing the top spot. They got it too, thanks to Mike Newell's 71st minute strike. A lovely turn and a good shot too, in off the post. That made the journey south worthwhile. Charlton were generally subdued, their best moment coming after that goal. Robert Lee's effort comfortably swallowed by Neville Southall. Charlton 0, Everton, the new leaders, 1.
And that means the perfect scenario for Derby Day. First against second. Everton against Liverpool at a packed Goodison Park.
Newell. Mike Newell from Nevins. Perfect through pass. And Everton, who have found Liverpool rather difficult to contain in the opening 17 minutes, have sprung forward. And Newell punishes the club where he wanted to make his living out of the game. Touched it, the merest of touches, past the advancing Grobbelaar. Beardsley, problems again for Everton this time. John Barnes. And Everton surround the referee. John Barnes has his first goal in a Merseyside derby. And it did look on the cards. Beardsley delivered the cross and Barnes powered it in. Beardsley. Here's Barnes. Snowden's got a problem again. The cover is arriving, but not quickly enough. Who's there? You've guessed. Ian Rush. After 17 minutes of the second half, it's Everton 1, Liverpool 2, and Rush is back to haunt them again. And how Rush relishes these special occasions. Other players in the past have been squashed by the atmosphere, which can be too intimidating, but Ian Rush is inspired by it. Beardsley. Rush again, surely not. It's Rush. It's unbelievable. They'll have to write a special history book about his own achievements in Merseyside derbies. Today it's 2 in 2 minutes. This time off the goalkeeper. But it's his goal.
A typical Rush job. On the same day, there's another derby in Manchester, and United's troubles deepen.
Right well. Morley was fouled off the ball by Beardsmore. Referees are going to have eyes in the back of the head on Derby Day. That's a great ball from Hinchcliffe. Here's David White again. Palace from full stretch, missed it. Oldfield 1-0. City in front. And David Oldfield, whose last-minute goal at Brentford in the week was so valuable, has scored an even more important one now. David White. Cut out by Ince. Donaghy in trouble. Great chance from Morley. Super save by Leighton. Late maybe. United all over the place. Morley! It's 2-0. 2 goals in as many minutes. Duxbury. United has certainly fought back. Redmond in the way. Not playing anything like as well as Alex Ferguson would want them to be. Oh, Bishop! 3-0. Ian Bishop's first goal for Manchester City may have won the derby for them already. Hughes. Beardsmore. Mischievous little player. Trying to pick his moment to get the cross in. Now he's wrong-footed, Hinchcliffe. Hughes with the bicycle kick. It's there. Open lads for Manchester United. And yet another brilliant goal by Mark Hughes. He doesn't score tap-ins, does he? Every time this man strikes, it's a goal to remember. 5 minutes into the second half, and is this the start Manchester United comeback. Beersmore it was who unlocked the door. And look at that from Hughes. It was an exhilarating goal. Look at the athleticism here from Mark Hughes. Oh, that's a great goal. Paul Lake going forward, got a lucky bounce. Great chance for four. Leighton did well. Lake, forward. City have their 3-goal lead back. And the Manchester United comeback is halted. Bishop again. Great ball for David White from Ian Bishop. Early cross, chance at the far post. Just marvellous stuff. It's a dream day for Manchester City.
United are sinking fast. There's trouble off the field as well, with talk of court action and writs. Michael Knighton will eventually pull out of his deal to buy the club. But just look at the other names down at the bottom. Aston Villa, more of them in a moment, Nottingham Forest and Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs need goals from big signing Gary Lineker, and they get them.
Mabbutt in front of Colin Clark, who's still chasing. Butters will have to hurry. He's found Stewart. That's a nice turn. Lineker left, and Gascoigne arriving to Stewart's right. Here is Gascoigne, and Lineker, 1-0. Lineker's first goal in front of the White Hart Lane faithful. Mabbutt. Aye, nicely taken. Rangers with problems here. They've let Lineker turn. 2-0. Rangers beginning to turn the screw. Clark coming near post and Bardsley. And they've got their reward. David Bardsley. And here come Rangers again. Bardsley, the goal scorer. They're queuing up on the far post. Manager wants it. It's probably a good idea. Oh, Francis has scored! 2-2. All a bit scrappy in there. Stewart running into Spackman. Sedgley. Oh, Naeem's in, and Lineker's unmarked. A hat-trick perhaps? Yes! Gary Lineker!
Success for Spurs, and Villa's luck's changing too. One of Graham Taylor's best signings is building up quite a reputation for himself.
And Wright's got to stretch. Platt's got the better of him. He's round Shilton right on half-time. A great moment for Aston Villa when Derby were almost cruising to the break. Williams winning the ball well, but then giving it away, and Gage doing likewise. Michael White with Saunders through the centre. Goddard is onside to the left, and Goddard has made the goalpost judder. Price backpedaling. Saunders on a run. Mountfield, has given it away to Saunders. Is this going to be the equaliser? And Derek Mountfield is mightily relieved. Goddard. McMinn. Saunders! Oh, it was another very good chance. A move started by Mark Wright with some polished play in his own half. Saunders. And maybe G can do it. Will Gallagher get there? G is there first.
Villa could easily have lost. Instead, they won the start of a sequence that will take them all the way to the top. The manager takes it in his stride.
This phrase, it's only a game, is a silly sort of thing, but it is only a game, but it happens to be a living. But, I mean, there's so many... What happens today if Saunders had 2 or 3 chances? What if he scored with them today? We've lost 3 or 4-1. And all of a sudden the game's no different other than the fellas hit the target when I'm then the world's worst manager. That's how it is. It's so thin, this line, isn't it, between success and failure, that it's not worth believing either of them. You just get on and enjoy your life.
And there'll be plenty to enjoy later. By mid-October, though, the table has a very familiar look. Liverpool in front. Arsenal, the champions, moving up right behind them. Is it going to be a repeat of last season? The Gunners can go top if they win at Spurs. Touched on, another one! Well, Walsh got a touch on that one, and Spurs go 2 up. Lineker caught there by Adams, but no foul to Rocastle. A long-range shot! And Torsford in trouble there as Groves and Smith came in for the rebound. Spurs saved by Fenwick. Great shot by Rocastle, a corner to Arsenal. And Fenwick to the rescue there. Richardson curling it in, a flick on. Might go anywhere, Michael Thomas! Arsenal are back in it! His 7th goal of the season, and that could be a really important one. And Liverpool come a cropper too, pulverised on a brilliant afternoon for Southampton. Here's Dodd. There's his cross. A terrific goal by Rideout. Tissier. Still Tissier. Might get a shot in here. No, plays it for Wallace instead. It's another goal! Rodney Wallace, and Southampton are 2 up, and Liverpool look stunned. Good work by Le Tissier, really tenacious play there, wasn't going to be denied. On to Wallace, beating Venison and Grobbelaar. Dodd. Letitia. Wallace arriving on the far side. It's 3 for Southampton. Barnes to Barrows. Penalty given. Case it was, I think, who brought down Barrows. Peter Beardsley, and he scores. 3-1. Here's Benali, right out. Wallace. It's a good cross by Wallace. Oh, it's a fine goal by Le Tissier. Number 4 for Southampton, and that really is the end for Liverpool. Into November, and the excitement builds as Everton, Chelsea and Liverpool all take turns at the top. Arsenal and Norwich share a thriller.
And Malcolm Allen scores. The set piece pays off for Norwich City in the 20th minute. Here's Phillips. Oh, and Lukic is beaten. It's 2. Beaten by the pace on the free kick. Is it back to the drawing board? Certainly a point or two to make it half-time. Well, can Arsenal do here what Phillips did in the first half? Just this position. Thomas back healing for Richardson. Oh, Gunn's lost it. A goal for Niall Quinn. Quinn. Was there a hand used? There was. It's a penalty. Lee Dixon has never before taken a penalty in his league career. What circumstances to start taking on the job. He scores! 2-2. Linnigan coming in from a deeper position. Here he is, it's a free header. Lukic has lost it, and it's forced in by Sherwood. And Norwich City, remarkably, have got back in front. O'Leary, 3-3. goes Quinn, on goes Thomas. It's a penalty for Arsenal. Thomas with a gesture of triumph, and George Tyson is being followed now by a posse of Norwich players. Well, was Thomas backing in the first place to Butterworth? We're in stoppage time. This would turn 1 point into 3 for Arsenal. A great weight on the shoulders of Lee Dixon. And Gunner saved it, Dixon! And it's found its way in! Arsenal are in front for the very first time, and what a time to do it!
The next day, Villa's revival takes on spectacular proportions.
Here's Cowans, free. He's got Platt up alongside him. It's a goal! A great start for Aston Villa.
So many good things emanate from Gordon Cowans, and his good spell, Villa's, has really coincided with his return for the team. And there's
a great shot, and Olney will force it home. Good work by Platt leading up to it. Cowans then with one of those tantalising free kicks. Platt there first. A brilliant goal by David Platt. It's 3-0. Astonishing performance by Aston Villa. An amazing start with 3 goals. And maybe the best of them all there from David Platt. It's a real makeshift defence. It faces another big examination here as Gage takes it up this time. Gets it through to Platt. He's got another one. A brilliant goal again by David Platt. Here's Ormonroyd. Platt up there, only up there. Ormonroyd weaving his own way. And a good shot. And Olney. It's astonishing, this. Nielsen is up from the defence, so too is Mountfield as Villa look for goal number 6. It's gone in. Probably straight in.
Maybe Derek Mountfield, I don't know.
Mountfield?
Well, Mountfield was at the back post.
Nobody's sure, but let's have a look here. It just came off Nielsen. Oh, here come Everton now with Cotty. And it's in there.
What a hammering for Everton, and Liverpool look vulnerable too. This magnificent goal from Mark Falco clinches victory for Queen's Park Rangers, 3-2. It produces a rare moment of celebration too for the Rangers manager, Trevor Francis. Francis later to leave, one of 5 managerial changes in the First Division. Next, it's Rangers on the receiving end.
Here's Rocastle. Arsenal trying to take the fight to Queen's Park Rangers and impose themselves on the match. And Smith with a volley here, that he's tucked away very neatly indeed. 12 minutes gone. Marwood, who makes space so cleverly to get his crosses in. Rocastle, in goes Richardson. Well, a penalty it is. Parker and McDonald with the Queen's Park Rangers defenders involved. Richardson in the middle of them. Dixon for 2-0. He's got it. O'Leary. Groves. O'Leary. Good stuff this from Arsenal. To round it all off now in style if they can. Siggy Janssen has done just that. His first goal for Arsenal.
Arsenal, the champions, back on top. Chelsea second, Liverpool third, Villa up to fourth, Norwich fifth, and Tottenham improving to sixth. If it's starting to resemble last season, the big game at Anfield goes the other way.
At the moment it's Beardsley. Oh, he's got past O'Leary. He's trying to get Barnes in onto that left foot and chip across there. And the copper claiming it was a handball by Dixon, and the referee has given a penalty. Dixon unsure about it, but the cop, I must say, reacted instantly. The referee, I think, probably looked at the linesman as well. Here's Barnes, and we may get a better view from this reverse. It came off his hand, but Dixon would probably say it was accidental and there was no intention meant, but referee Peck has given the penalty to Liverpool. Barnes will take it. And saved! Tries to get in again, and this time it was hooked behind, fittingly by Dixon for the corner. Taken by Staunton. Now Barnes. Trying to dummy a yard out of Dixon. Rush just a fraction too high for Rush. A lovely piece of play by Barnes. It looked almost impossible that he could get that ball across, but he found enough space to do it, and it was a devastating cross as well. Rush again. McMahon driving it! There by McMahon, and he finds Beardsley in turn, looks for Rush, brought down. He was a little unfortunate there, Adams. And it's a free kick for Liverpool.
Yeah, he was unlucky. I don't think you can blame Tony Adams for this. The ball was running away from both of them, actually.
Conversation now, who's going to take it? Well, that's something Arsenal don't know, and Lukic would like to know. It's going to be Barnes. Curled brilliantly! What a fabulous free kick goal! What a glorious moment of pure football skill from John Barnes. Whelan runs over it. Barnes, in true Brazilian style, floats it inch perfect wide of Lukic. And Liverpool are 2 up. Jimmy Greaves.
Well, it's something in the game that you can make as much provision for as you want to. You can practice, you can get your line right, you can do whatever you want for hours on end. But when a flash of brilliance like that comes up, there's nothing anyone can do about it.
Adams getting above Beardsley. Hayes. To Smith. Staunton's in there. Smith! And Arsenal have pulled one back with Alan Smith. An untidy goal, but a valuable one for all that.
Another Anfield goal for Smith, but revenge for Liverpool. What a race it is now. 4 teams level on 27 points. But in December, Liverpool serve notice of things to come.
Hansen. Hussein. Number 3 is Venison. Good ball. Beardsley is onside this time, and he's gone round Besant. It's an empty net, but it isn't now. Beardsley's put the ball in there, and Liverpool are in front with only 3.5 minutes gone. Whelan. And again the through ball, catching Chelsea out. Rush this time. Oh, what a magnificent strike by Ian Rush. And Liverpool get their second goal within the space of 2 minutes. Looks as though either Jury or Dorigo will have a crack. It's direct. Jury. Ew, what a goal that was! Oh, what a return for Gordon Jury! Moncau was there and Hansen had to get there first. Beardsley denied Chelsea the corner. over everyone's head, and McMahon reacted quickest, and here's Rush. And Houghton in support. Is this going to be 3? Brilliantly finished by Houghton, and Chelsea carved apart again. Rush, oh, great little layoff. Beardsley, McMahon, brilliant football. McMahon, what a magnificent goal that was by Liverpool. Absolutely brilliant. Hansen, great ball. Ablett rushes in the penalty box, and he looked for him and he found him, and that's 5, and that's magnificent by Liverpool again. And even Bruce Grobbelaar can enjoy that one. Lee there was a good little header and a fine effort, and it's gone in by Dixon, who did not even bother to celebrate. Grobbelaar, who hasn't had much to do, made a mistake when he had something to do.
At the end of 1989, Aston Villa confirm their title bid is a valid one. They're beating the biggest names.
Paul McGrath well forward this time. Olney. Phelan got it out. Not very far. Olney following in. It's a goal for Villa this time. Bruce trying to keep Ian Olney at bay, and Tony Daly's away. Pallister has a look round him to see what might be on in the middle, and it's the former Manchester United junior David Platt who's round the goalkeeper and has a goal he'll really savour. Olney has had a splendid game. Daly. Platt lays it off, Gage shoots, it's 3! Here's Daly again. Cowans. Ormondroyd against Bold in the centre. Platt. Oh, he's done it brilliantly! Wonderful goal! David Platt! A great year it's been for him. Ormondroyd, is it Platt again? It still could be David Platt, and Tony Adams was able to stand in the line of the shot to save Arsenal. And Villa break free from the shackles to have a corner. Daly, maybe Villa will score from it. Derek Mountfield, they have! George Graham won't be disappointed about the energy that his team have expended, but the end product hasn't been there. There might be a goal here though, simply through weight of numbers. Groves. That's Adams! But there still may be time. 2-1.
The new year. Villa have beaten Chelsea as well, and the top of the table is really taking shape. But Arsenal aren't ready to concede their championship just yet.
Essentially, couldn't afford any slip. Richardson heads on, Groves chase it. And Vanden Hauwe scrambles it for another corner, and he's not happy with referee Vic Callow. Bold is there again. Smith coming from deep. Bold glances it on, and that's Adams! Oh, the captain! Arsenal, to their delight, have finally forced a way through in the North London derby.
By February, though, Arsenal are losing ground. A wacky Steve Bold own goal means defeat at Sheffield Wednesday. And Arsenal about to suffer a shortage of goals at the other end. Meantime, there's no stopping Aston Villa, although it takes them till the second half to beat Spurs. Then this happened.
Ian Ormondroyd's fierce shot flew past an unsighted Eric Tortsvet. Ormondroyd, once so criticised by the Villa fans, now a very popular figure indeed. 7 minutes later, another Villa free kick, thumped goalwards by Cowans this time. Derek Mountfield couldn't round it off, but David Platt did, his 21st goal of the season. 2-0 to Villa, their 7th league win in a row, and they're top of the First Division.
And there's confirmation. Villa 2 points clear with a game in hand. A two-horse race is developing. Manager Graham Taylor, though, is cautious. He says, we meet Wimbledon on Saturday. There's no better team for bringing you down to earth. And how?
We're in the second half now. Wimbledon had John Fashanu back for the first time in 7 weeks. Fashanu fully recovered from an ankle injury, causing the usual problems. Fashanu brought down by Derek Mountfield. The big man got up to take the kick himself and scored with some ease. Ten minutes later and it was 2-0. Steve Antrobus making his debut with a gloriously inviting free kick. Fashanu is on the far post. Villa really out of sorts and up against it now. Wimbledon beginning to enjoy themselves, adding a third, in fact, 5 minutes before the end. Paul Miller, just back from a loan spell with Bristol City, dancing through the Villa defence. And that's a great finish. A real upset, Villa's first league defeat of 1990. Aston Villa 0, Wimbledon 3.
By March, it's Liverpool, number 1 again, and a new name, Nottingham Forest, right up in the chasing group. Forest enjoying a burst of form and the most unusual goal of the season.
Here's Parker. And it's Crosby coming round the back, and Dibble got it at the second attempt. Oh, and Crosby's pinched the... Oh, has he given the goal? He has! My word! Gary Crosby! And Dibble is livid! And Manchester City have surrounded the referee, Roger Gifford. This is what happened. Well, the ball was only resting on one hand. Was it in his grasp? The referee said no.
By mid-March, Villa have leapfrogged back in front. And now Graham Taylor pulls off a deal which he hopes will land the championship. Striker Tony Cascarino signed from Millwall for £1.5 million. Cascarino makes his debut at Derby.
Pickering. Harris by Platt. Forsyth put into difficulties. An early cross from Platt. Cascarino! Oh, it's a great header. Callaghan follows in. And Shilton produced the sort of save that we've come to expect, really, but this was by far the best moment of the first half. Authentic Cascarino and the real Shilton. Oh, that's a fine ball by Nielsen, just the sort that Daly thrives on. Ormondroyd's in the middle! Aston Villa have fashioned a direct attack that's left Peter Shilton sitting and reflecting.
On the same day, Chelsea effectively sever Arsenal's hold on the championship with a John Bumstead goal. But Liverpool and Barnes just get stronger.
Finding Beardsley away on the left in a lot of space is Barnes, and he's onside. United have been caught out here. Will they be punished? They are by John Barnes. 1-0. And here's Beardsley once more. McMahon following it up. Rush. Penalty given. Anderson claiming it was outside the box. It's 2-0 to Liverpool. Oh, it's an own goal! Ronnie Whelan. Well, Grobbelaar could do nothing about that.
Despite that rare hiccup, Liverpool are beginning to justify their rating as favourites. 3 points behind, with 2 games in hand. But Tottenham, and Paul Gascoigne in particular, accept the challenge.
Here's Gascoigne. Stewart. Paul Stewart for Tottenham. 1-0. And Gascoigne, the provider. It was a glorious cross, but the header was devastating.
But by the end of March, Liverpool have regained top spot on goal difference. The following day, Villa's challenge wobbles. Villa surprised by the skill and commitment of Howard Kendall's new look, Manchester City.
And Cascarino getting away, playing it towards Olney. It might come to Platt. Olney's waiting. What's Platt doing? Playing it to Cowans. Good challenge by Platt. Ormondroyd. Too slow. Ward. Ormondroyd trying to get back again. Ward. Yes! Mark Ward has equalised for Manchester City. City determined to get something out of this one in their battle against relegation. And here's David White. Onto the right foot against the post. Peter Reid.
Glum viewing for Graham Taylor. About the last thing he needs right now is for Liverpool to discover a new scoring sensation. Enter Ronnie Rosenthal. He's on trial, would you believe, from the Belgians' Standard Liège. Against Charlton, he scores top marks.
Rosenthal against Caton, and he's got the run of the ball, and now past Humphrey, and Ronnie Rosenthal has got his first goal for Liverpool. Barnes, McMahon. That's nicely played by Staunton for Rosenthal. He's got another one! Ronnie Rosenthal. Lee, and he's given it straight to Whelan. And Charlton with that sinking feeling now. Rosenthal for Barnes, first time back, Rosenthal's there! It's a fabulous hat-trick from Ronnie Rosenthal. Mulby, given time to pick the pass. And he spotted John Barnes against Mark Reed here. And Barnes gets the shot in! It's 4 for Liverpool with 3 minutes left.
Aston Villa stumble again at Old Trafford, beaten by superb finishing by young Mark Robbins. We weren't outplayed, says Graham Taylor, we were outscored. Even Kenny Dalglish is smiling now. He knows it won't go to the end of the season this time. In fact, it could all be decided before the end of April. If Liverpool beat Queen's Park Rangers and Villa fail to win against Norwich, the title's going to Anfield. It's an afternoon packed with drama.
McDonald, Wegley! Goal for Queen's Park Rangers. And it has been coming. That's not according to Liverpool's plan.
But Villa aren't exactly making the most of it. 80 miles down the M6, their afternoon's going all wrong as well. Rule Fox volleying in a great goal for Norwich. That's good news for the listening Liverpool fans. Even better things are coming up.
Mulby. The spare man here is Steve Nicol. Wilkins goes across to try and perhaps get a tackle in, but Nicol to Barnes, back to Nicol. And now Rush. Oh, and Seaman was beaten by the power of it. Ian Rush, he hopes, puts Liverpool back on course.
But the great thing about football is its unpredictability. Back come Villa as well. McGrath heads in an equaliser against Norwich. 2 minutes later, Tony Cascarino picks the ideal moment to score his first for Villa. It's almost too much to bear in Liverpool. Perhaps today won't be their day after all. But wait a moment.
McMahon, rush for Nicol, one-on-one against Maddox. It's a penalty. But here goes the newly crowned Footballer of the Year, John Barnes. 2-1. That might mean the championship.
But not if Aston Villa have anything to do with it. It's 3-1 now against Norwich. David Platt adds his usual goal. There's more drama to come. In the course of 4 minutes, it's all over. A defensive mistake, crucial. Derek Mountfield lobs his own goalkeeper. 3-2 Villa. And then Villa Park silenced. A huge disappointment. A long ball forward. Villa's defence is weary. Robert Rosario equalises. A draw for Villa. Liverpool hold on to win. Liverpool are the champions.
They've cracked the resistance of Queen's Park Rangers and the rest of the First Division. Such agony here 11 months ago when Arsenal took the title from them with virtually the last kick of that season. Lesser clubs than Liverpool would have taken years to recover from that, but here failure only stimulates more urgent searches for success. Kenny Dalglish's third championship in only 5 years as manager. Not quite the drama of the double year of '86, not quite the quality of the '88 success when only 2 games were lost along the way. But the taste of the triumph is just as sweet, I'm sure of that. Alan Hansen experiencing this for an incredible 8th time. Kenny Dalglish has done it as usual his own way. Mostly his own emotions masked from all of us. But Liverpool, within probably hours, will be thinking of how to win next year's title. That's the way it is here at Anfield.
Does this get rid of the disappointment from Arsenal last year?
You go for a disappointment quickly enough. Obviously, last year you can never raise it from the record books, but they got so close last year to winning the double for the second time in almost 3 or 4 years, and they've done it again this year. And the consistency is undisputed. The performances throughout the whole season have been as good as anybody else's and better than most. That's why they've won it. And as a team and as a squad of players, you find the difficulty better.
The final placings. Liverpool win the title by 9 points. Villa, a marvellous season to finish runners-up. Then 3 London clubs, rejuvenated Spurs, disappointed Arsenal, glad to be back Chelsea. Everton are 6th. We leave you with that familiar feeling. Alan Hansen and Liverpool, the winners of the race for the championship. Liverpool are quite simply a class apart.